Missouri Senate candidate Mark McCloskey is showing his support for Kyle Rittenhouse. As you might recall, McCloskey and his wife Patricia gained national attention after they were seen waving their guns as Black Lives Matter protesters marched through their gated St. Louis neighborhood last summer. Well, they both traveled to Kenosha to show their support for Rittenhouse. You can see them outside the courthouse there, surrounded by some protesters. And Mark McCloskey joins us now to discuss. Mark, thanks for coming on, as always. Talk to me about why you decided to go to Kenosha.
Well, I think that we have a lot of sympathy for Kyle Rittenhouse. He's a young man that, his dad lives here in Kenosha. I think his grandmother does. He got off his job as a lifeguard, came to help out his fellow citizens who were under siege. The local government had refused to protect the citizens of Kenosha, and he came up to clean graffiti, offer medical aid, and was asked to help protect the property of the car lot. He was attacked. And now he's being persecuted, in my opinion, for doing nothing more than defending himself and supporting his Second Amendment rights. I've had a little personal experience in that.
Well, again, his defense team argues and maintains that he acted in self-defense. Prosecution argues he was provoking what happened that night. But you are an attorney. You've got a legal background here. Jury is now in day 4 of deliberations. What do you make of what's happening with this trial?
Well, I've been here since last Sunday, and we've been out in front of the courthouse during the time that the jury's been deliberating. And the amount of threats and verbal violence that's been going on the steps of the courthouse has just been remarkable. You can hear it inside the courthouse. The jury can hear it. They've got to think about not just the facts of this case, but they can't help but be thinking about how their verdict will affect the city of Kenosha and their neighborhood and their friends. And this should not have taken place this way. Everybody's got a right to express their opinions and exercise their First Amendment rights, but to permit this to take place on the steps of the courthouse, where actual threats of violence are being screamed and megaphoned on a continuous basis all day long, this has to have a chilling and intimidating effect on the jury. And I suspect that's a large part of the delay we've seen in reaching a verdict.
There have been several reports of arrests made outside the courthouse. And then, of course, the breaking news yesterday of someone who was associated with MSNBC, again, accused of following the jury bus home. MSNBC now thrown out of the courtroom, according to Judge Bruce Schroeder. Again, with your legal background, you've watched this trial play out. There have been calls for mistrial, one specific call for mistrial with prejudice earlier on in the case. How do you think the judge has handled what you've seen?
Well, I was surprised that the jury has not been sequestered. In fact, we specifically delayed coming up here until after closing arguments, or delayed being visible until after closing arguments, on the presumption that the jury would be sequestered, and because we did not want to in any way affect the outcome. I was surprised that the jury was not. I'm surprised that the jury is allowed to hear the protests outside, and I'm surprised that they're allowed to go home at night and have to be put to the test of upholding their sworn duty to not discuss this case with anyone and to watch any news about it. But they're all just human beings, and it's a tremendous temptation. I got to tell you that of all the players in this trial, the prosecution has been the worst. I mean, they seem to have been intentionally violating Kyle Rittenhouse's rights from the get-go.
And again, you're in Kenosha to show your support for Kyle Rittenhouse. Have you spoken with members of his family?
I have not. I've never met him. I've never met any of the members of his family, though I would really like to.
Okay. And then the sentiment of others there, is it pretty half and half when it comes to protesters calling for a guilty verdict and those against?
Well, the vast majority of the people in front of the courthouse, particularly the loudest of them, are BLM, people advocating violent revolution. For several days, for 2 days, they're screaming under a sign that said, "Revolution, nothing less." They've been very, very loud. They've been using lots of profanity and words of violence. And if Kenosha don't get it, we'll shut it down, those kinds of things. And free speech is important. It's one of the primary things I stand for. But once again, calling out violence and doing it when the jury can hear you, I think is entirely inappropriate. I think they should not have been allowed to be on the courthouse steps. I have not seen any pro-Second Amendment or pro-Kyle Rittenhouse people screaming or threatening violence. It has all been on the other side.
Okay. All right. We've got our reporter, Mike Carter, there. Maybe you'll run into each other. We'll wait and see. Mark McCloskey, thanks so much for joining us here on National Report. Take care.
Thanks for having me on, Person of Other Gender.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in more than 70 million homes. You can get Newsmax TV on your cable system or check your cable guide. And if your system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them, tell them you want Newsmax TV, because we're real news for real people.